What's up, guys? Hope all of you are doing well today. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the types of fractions, and I've already listed them up for you here, but we'll go through each of them. And if you haven't already seen my introduction video, I'll leave it in the description below. And also, I think there will be a card that will come up here. You can click on the card that comes right here and check it out. So let's get to it. So the types of fractions. So first we have the proper fractions. And proper fractions, you've probably seen it a lot at school and around somewhere and around the place. So that's when the numerator, so the top number in a fraction, is less than the denominator. So the denominator is the bottom number, the one that's below the fraction bar. So I've listed two examples here. 3 over 4, 2 over 5, 2/5, or 3 over 4. What else is we could say 6 over 11. See, the numerator is less than the denominator. The top is less than the bottom in terms of numerical value. So that's proper fractions, and you've seen this a lot. We'll go to the next one, improper fractions. So improper fractions is just the opposite of proper fractions. So is where the numerator is greater than, see, greater than, and I've also put greater than, equal to the denominator. Here we didn't put the equal. It has to be less than a numerator. It has to be, the numerator has to be less than the denominator, not equal to the denominator. But in improper fractions, the numerator has to be greater than equal or equal to the denominator, unlike what we have here. So examples, I put 5 over 5 because the numerator is equal to the denominator. So that would be considered an improper fractions. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people just think it's the numerator has to be greater than the denominator, but here the numerator has to also if the numerator is the same as the denominator, that's also considered as an improper fraction as well. And then we have 4 over 3, 7 over 2. See how the numerator, the number on the top, is greater than the number on the bottom. So if we take a look at this one, we see that 7 is greater than 2. So this is considered an improper fraction. Excuse me. And then third, we have mixed fractions. So mixed fractions is basically there's a whole number along with the proper fraction. So there will be a whole number at the beginning and then a proper fraction beside it. So for example, 3, we have 3 halves, 3 1/2s, then 1 1/3. See how I have a whole number here, and then I have a proper fraction where the numerator is less than the denominator. So that's all. That's basically it. And so basically you just have to know that in a mixed fraction, you'll have a whole number along with a proper fraction. And later on in the series, you'll know that you can convert from mixed fractions to improper fractions and vice versa. And you could also, you probably already, if you already know fractions, you know that this, what we have here, is equal to what we have here. But I'll explain that to you in the later on in the series. And then the last one, unit fractions. So unit fractions, all you got to know is that if the numerator has a 1, it's a unit fraction. That's it. It's easy to identify. So look, numerator has 1, denominator has 2, 1/2, 1/4 or 1 over 4, and then 1/5. So unit fractions, if the numerator has a 1 in it, then you know automatically that it is a unit fraction. So that's pretty much it. I've given you all the types of fractions here on the whiteboard. In the next video, we'll look at something called factors and greatest common factor, because we need to know that before doing simplifying and all the other stuff. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. We will meet again in the next one. Thank you.